she a freak, 10-10 freak. She don't want to speak, she want beat to the beat. I'm the voice of the street, plus a freak in the sheet. She want me for her tea, I got me for your meat. I am mad.
You know what? Wait, but before we start the gist, right? Your last name is, pronounce it?
Medeiros.
Medeiros. But you're Nigerian.
That's what confused me.
My granddad's Portuguese.
You're capping.
Oh, I swear down. You know what I mean? I've got some tropical stuff in my my bloodline. My granddad's Portuguese.
No, it's true. Do you know what happened, yeah? We were in college, yeah? we met in college. That's how we met, yeah?
Yeah.
And we're in a physics class, and then the guy,
physics.
he used to put everyone's names
in alphabetical order
on the board.
Oh, on the board.
Yeah,
okay.
so we could sign in for attendance or whatever. And I met him, and I was like, I didn't have his Instagram or nothing like that. So I was like, I need to find out who this guy is, innit? Like, I remember looking through all the names, and I'm looking for like Michael Olafemi, Michael Olatunde. So at the end of the lecture, I was like, yo, bro, like, what's your last name? I didn't see no Nigerian last name. He was like, oh, Medeiros. I was like, where'd you get that from, bro?
Can you speak Portuguese?
Nah, I can't. I went to Portugal one time though, and every time they obviously at immigration, they see my last name. They start speaking Portuguese. I'm like, hey, yo, bro, allow it, bro. Chill out a little bit. But my dad's dad is Portuguese. So my granddad is like mixed race.
Okay.
And then he married a black woman from Nigeria, and then the bloodline. So if you go like 4 generations back in my line, it's like
you're white.
You literally see it change from black to white. So I always have people like DMing me on Instagram, like, oh, same last name, da da da. It's all bare Brazilians.
Are we cousins?
You get me? People just like, oh yeah, Medeiros. Like, yeah, they're all Brazilian, Portuguese and stuff.
But you know, in Brazil, there's a specific part of Brazil that actually speak Yoruba, or like they speak like a dialect of Yoruba. Yeah. So like you can go down there, and a lot of their food is quite similar. So like they eat gari, there's palm oil.
Well, is it Yoruba? Is it pidgin English?
Chicken hearts?
No, Yoruba. No, I'm being dead ass. Look it up. Yeah.
Chicken what?
Chicken hearts?
Do we eat that?
Chicken hearts. Gizzards.
Gizzards?
No, that's the thing of
gizzards and chicken hearts.
No.
You might be spreading propaganda. I don't know.
Okay, maybe not.
I don't think we do chicken hearts, but
they do eat chicken hearts in Brazil. They do.
Oh.
But and then my friend Zambian, and she cooked me chicken hearts before. They were banging. Wow. They were okay. They were a bit tender,
right?
But I only thought chicken hearts, were like chicken, like heart-shaped chicken.
That's what we used to chicken. I was like heart-shaped chicken. Why are you trying to make it fancy? Because it's Valentine's Day.
I got such a shock when there was just these little like tiny things. I was like, oh, this is chicken hearts.
Yeah.
Like
they're probably just like repurposing like the organs and stuff. Because like when you deep it, like if an animal dies, it's dead. You might as well use everything.
Yeah, they're using every bit of that.
Yeah. Well, that's what Africans do anyway. They use like the stuff we eat.
It's literally like
oxtail's nice.
I've never tried oxtail.
Ever?
I've never tried it.
Wow.
Ever. I swear.
I only tried to cook like about last year, but
wow. Wait, was the time you went to go get oxtail bao buns? That was your first time trying oxtail?
That was the first time I had oxtail.
Oh,
oxtail
sweet ones,
bro.
Next time you guys go to London, go to Lewisham. Sweet ones.
Who?
Lewisham.
It's called Sweet One.
The restaurant's called Sweet Ones.
Okay.
They do seafood. It's kind of like Asian fusion Nigerian food. Like we had jollof sushi. It was
you see,
wait.
Jollof sushi, I bet you love it, bro. So like you're telling me the sushi where they put the rice, they put jollof in that.
Oh, no.
That would fuck my dad's brain up so bad. Like he'd be like, what?
Let me land. It was all cooked. Nothing was raw.
Right.
It was all cooked.
It was actually really nice.
It was really nice.
But the oxtail bao buns, like honestly.
Insane.
Yeah,
I can't even find words to describe it. It was the best bao bun I've ever had in my life.
And that in this Lewisham.
Sweet Ones.
I've been to Sweet Ones now, I think like 2 or 3 times. That's how much I like it.
When we went back, we were filming again, like my babes came with us, and I was literally like, the whole time I was like, you gotta try these oxtail bao buns, like they're the best things in the game. And he was like, give over because you like cheese on noodles, so I don't really believe you. Do you get me? I was like, no, you gotta try it. We ordered, like when we got to the restaurant, like we had like the starters, had it once, and he was like, let's order more. I was like, I thought you'd never ask. We literally was. And now every time I'm just like, those oxtail bao buns. He's like, those oxtail bao buns.
They're so good. They're so good.
Yeah.
Wait, when you said cheese on noodles, babe, what brand of noodles?
Cheese on noodles.
Indomie.
Guys. No, just cheese.
Wait, do you know what Indomie noodles is?
I do know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they're basically what I do is just like the cocoa noodles from like those. Where I feel attacked right now.
Irish moment. This is an Irish moment. We need to hear about about
slices
it.
and dunking it into
No,
the
can't
coca
be.
noodles.
No, not cheese slices, but like, so it has to be done in a particular way. So I have to have my noodles like basically overdone, so they're a bit like stodgy. Do you get me?
Yeah.
But like not wet. So I let them like dry a little bit in the sieve or whatever. And then I have grated cheese, but I can't put the grated cheese onto the noodles because then it'll be melted cheese. So
Yeah.
I have a plate with grated cheese, then I have the noodles, then like I twist the noodles up, sprinkle a little bit of grated cheese, and then put it into my mouth so it melts in my mouth. And then sometimes I put it on bread as well.
No.
If I worked a 9 to 5 and I came back from work and my girl made cheese and noodles,
We got cheesy noodles today, man.
like, yeah. all
No,
right.
that's a girl dinner. It's a girl dinner. Do you know what I mean?
But
Like,
you know what? I've heard of Irish people eating noodles in bread,
I love noodles and bread.
and I can't bring myself to try it.
But when I was actually on my like weight loss journey, I was like, yeah, we can't do that anymore. we gotta put that in the bin. That's like 700 calories right there.
Really, but noodles calories aren't too bad. They're like 300, 400 a packet. It's just there's no nutritional value to noodles.
Yeah.
So it's pointless calories.
Yeah, 300-400. Then like a slice of bread is like 80 to 90 calories. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Whack on a load of butter as well.
Whack on a load of butter.
I can't tell you the last time I bought like a loaf of bread. Like I just don't eat bread.
Yeah, I think when I moved out of my house, I stopped.
Yeah, because you wouldn't eat a whole pan of bread.
Yeah.
I eat bagels, innit?
Oh, look at you,
They
really.
put seeds on it, so it's healthy now.
The heart stuff special, this guy.
You can get the half pan of bread.
Even that, I wouldn't eat a half pan of bread.
Well, do you know, I always buy a half pan. It goes within days. But if I buy the full pan of bread, like it's literally sitting there till like next
It
week.
expires, so that's
Yeah.
why I don't do it. Okay, guys, let me go in and do the introduction. So, welcome back to GTG.
You know the vibes.
I don't even know if I'm looking at the right place or not.
Your camera's there.
There's your camera. There's your
It's
camera.
there, under the light.
Under the light, right there. Looking directly at you. Oh my God, this brother's blind. See what the lights
It's
is.
just there.
Oh! That's
I was
good,
wondering, 'cause you
guys.
started looking at the chair. I was like, there's nothing on the
Where's he
chair.
You
going?
look like you're getting punked or something. You're like, where's the cameras?
All right, guys. So welcome back to your weekly
Subscription to the gist.
And guys, wow, we've never gotten applause after. You guys have mad energy.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so let me introduce our guests. So we've got to my right, we've got Sir Yxng Bless.
No. Give me the proper hard launch. Give me. No, we're not doing this. We're not doing. Oh, we got your man, your boy. You know what I'm
We've
saying?
got the boy.
No, my new little boo thing.
We've got Yxng Bless.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
I love the energy. I love it.
And then we've got. Sorry, my brain.
By the way,
I couldn't handle the pressure.
but I'm watching this back. You can't cut that out. Like
we don't
they
cut
need
stuff
to know.
oh my God.
There's a love heart in between the chair for a reason. Like,
The pressure is getting worse.
I got it.
He said if I was white, I'd be red right now.
I'm blushing for you. I'm blushing for you. Then we have to my left, Mick.
Medeiros.
Yeah.
That name still throws me off.
Medeiros.
It's a nice
Portuguese,
name,
baby.
though.
Can you say it in a Portuguese accent?
I've been trying to learn.
Medeiros.
Every time I go to immigration, that's what I'm
Roll your
saying.
R's.
They say it, and I'm trying to get them to pronounce it again.
Roll your
Medeiros.
R's.
I just rolled my arse by accent for the first time ever.
It's from the Madeira Islands. Do you know the Madeira Islands in Portugal?
I'm not from Madeira. I went there
Oh,
twice.
for real?
I love Madeira.
I've never been there.
Madeira.
I've never
is that where the
been there.
Madeira cake comes from, right?
Yeah, Madeira
Yeah,
cake.
Ronaldo's from there as well, so
They
we're
literally
basically
love
related.
They love Ronaldo, but you know Madeira, they
Madeira.
treated us like celebrities when we went over there. Honestly,
Why they knew you?
no. But I think it's just because we're a POC or something. Because
for
they
real?
literally treat us like royalty.
Yeah.
Could have been like, I don't know. It could have been that I was pregnant, but I don't know. I'm just gonna say it was like because we were celebrities. Because there's these things called, I can't remember what they're called, but they basically you go down and you like go through the streets on this like sleigh.
Motorbike.
No, it's like a sleigh. Like you sit on it.
Is it snowing?
No, it's like on the hard like cement tarmac, but it's like
Okay.
at the very top, and then you like slide down like through like the streets and stuff like that. But it was like an hour and a half queue, and then but then they saw me and my baby say like you can go to the front.
Oh,
No,
VIP.
honestly, I was like, thank God, I'm never going again. But like, that's great.
I love that place. I'm never going again.
No, just that part. I go to Madeira every year. It's so great. They have black sand beaches.
Black sand.
Yeah.
Black sand
wow.
beaches, yeah.
Like Tenerife and all of them are kind of like that as well. Black sand beaches.
It's volcanic. It's like it's mixed with like
Oh.
volcanic ash or something because it's an island. But but I didn't know black sand beaches. It's very hot.
So it's just black.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's
like,
very-
it's like a dark grey.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like because the sun is like hitting
Cooking
off
it,
it,
yeah.
it's like you actually have to jump. Like you can't sit.
You can't
so
just
hot.
like, yeah.
No, you can't.
yeah.
Like
It's so
honestly,
hot.
like you think like, oh,
You
you're gonna
there?
get through it.
I've been to Tenerife and I've been to Gran Canaria twice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's Lanzarote and that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sort of
Well,
islands.
we do like a holiday home there or something like that.
Oh, timeshare. Can I get in on that as well?
Hey yo, put me in as well.
Maybe not
Send
Gran
you my
Canaria. There's a bit of trauma with Gran Canaria. I think I've seen Gran Canaria enough. Like when I did the TV show, I had just come back from Gran Canaria, and then like this was like usually whenever Are You the One is on, they usually have it held in like Hawaii, Costa Rica, all these other countries. And then the one year you make a global, you send me to the last holiday destination I was at. I
crazy.
was livid.
It's nice though.
It
It's
is.
just there's
Have you been
bare
there?
English people there. I've been to
There is.
Lanzarote. I've been to Lanzarote.
I've never been.
I've never been to
Why not two?
Lanzarote.
Yeah, you don't need to go. To be honest. I'll be
I
so.
feel like when you kind of go to one, you've kind of been to like all
I
of them.
love Tenerife though.
That's where they have the
Tenerife as well. That's like Los Americas or Costa Americas or something like that.
Players,
Las
the
Playas Americas.
You get me? They have
Or Los Cristianos.
that water park.
Yes,
Triumph
that's what I was gonna say.
Is this when you went to the place with Madeleine McCann thing? Is that when you went there?
That's Portugal. That was
Madeleine.
Portugal.
That was what I was gonna say. Yeah,
My bad.
I went to
Island.
Portugal and I stayed across the road from where Madeleine McCann was abducted.
Oh, I was like.
So I was literally looking at her apartment every day.
I just wanted to like put that into context.
I would stay far away from that
I had
area.
no idea who she was until he put me on. Like,
Oh,
I had
really? You
no
never
idea.
knew about it?
He was like,
Never
"Yo,
knew.
like
Madeleine McCann?
No, and he put me on to like the
We
whole
watched the whole
documentary.
8-episode series about
yeah.
who she was.
I had no
And I
idea,
went there a
like-
week later.
I don't know why. I just feel like she's still alive.
Oh,
Like, I pray
100%.
so. I
Yeah.
pray she's still alive. Anyway.
And she doesn't know it's her either.
She wouldn't know because she was kidnapped so young. There's
That's
no
what I
way
mean.
in hell
Yeah,
that
she
she would
wouldn't
actually know.
She doesn't know it's her.
I pray that she's alive.
Because I was thinking, like, she's invested in that Netflix series, not knowing it's her. I'm telling you, she's probably waiting for episode 6 to drop. Like, oh, I can't wait for it. What happens to her next? Not knowing that was her this whole time. I'm telling you, I'm convinced of
She's
it.
like, I hope they find this guy.
I really do hope that she is found. Okay, guys, cause we got a little musician here. Let's do like a little debrief of like the Grammys.
Ooh.
Yeah.
They not like us. They not like us.
No. Why don't?
Hashtag
What's your
boycott the
problem?
Grammys.
Why you
Why?
boycott you? But you would love to win a Grammy in the future.
Oh,
no?
actually, no. Take that shit out. Yeah, no. Hashtag don't boycott the Grammys. I fuck with the Grammys. Like, no, I think it was a great night. It was a great night. You know, obviously, you know, the propaganda had to win. So, you know.
Oh.
Who's
He's saying Kendrick Lamar
He's a
is a
Drake
propaganda.
fan.
He,
He's
yeah.
a
Can
Drake
you tell
fan.
he?
This guy woke up and saw Kendrick at 5 Grammys and cried
Can you
himself.
imagine? He won a Grammy for every single thing he was nominated for.
Was it everything?
It was he was nominated for 5 and he won 5 out of 5.
But Drake was kind of right, though. He kind of gives him clout.
Not really.
First number one, I had to put it in your hand.
I know you have issues with Kendrick.
to you, but
Can you
Can I
just
just
go
can
on,
I
baby?
ask, is like, but do you find the song BBL Drizzy?
yeah, that one.
BBL Drizzy. What do you think of it?
I'll fuck with that. Like, that's.
This song is a banger.
Yeah. I'm not. To be fair, I'm a Drake fan, but I'm also like a hip hop fan. So it's a thing of like, I respect hip hop. So I don't hate. I fuck with Kendrick a lot, but there's certain things that it's more his fans that really kind of piss me off. Type, because they're so like, oh, I listen to Kendrick. Like, oh, I'm so smart. Like, bro, relax. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like. That's just what I feel.
Yeah, I think like Kendrick, they do have he does have fans like that. That
It's
they be like, they're like so woke. They're like,
Yeah.
they're just beyond.
Like,
After
it's
that
like
Super Bowl appearance,
Yeah.
the way they were dissecting that whole
Yeah,
thing,
like-
they were probably teaching Kendrick stuff about his appearance that he didn't even know about. Like, this is the
like-
symbolism in this. I was like, yo.
Dead ass. We'll tap into that as well. But like, the thing that I just love about Not Like Us is that, do you know that song was probably written on a whim? It was probably written like in a day or two. And then
100.
it was the song of the year. It was
A
Grammy song of the year.
That,
Taylor
Record of the
Swift
year?
screaming A mine at the Grammys?
that was.
Everybody sits.
Big TT?
I saw so many videos, and at that point, everybody in this whole stadium was like A minor.
But Roz, remember when we went to the UK? You actually did like he did something with the A minor.
With
Was
the
it
words,
double entendre?
it's a
Was
double,
it?
it was a double. What was it? Strike a chord, and it's probably A minor. Because the piano chord, A minor.
Yeah.
So it just when I realized the double entendre, I was like,
We were on the way to the podcast. Roz was breaking it down like so all the way.
That slaps. I was like, oh, I love lyrics like that. The minute your lyrics is an insult and it makes sense, I'm like, ooh,
Yeah.
ooh.
But what I was thinking is, do you think it still affects Drake now? The
100%.
song's been out for like 8 months. Was it 8
100%.
months?
Yeah.
Do you think like the
100%.
Super Bowl even had any bit of a push on him?
100%.
Or he's kind of used to it now. It's like, oh, this is
No,
what it is.
100%.
Think so?
Yeah.
100%.
On behalf of the OVO Nation, the boy does not care. We do
Lies.
not care. I'll be so real.
OVO Nation.
The OVO Nation.
But
Nice.
is it a thing where like, do you ever get where like you're sitting in a group of friends and someone kind of says something that's offensive to you and you catch people like side-eyeing you like, oh, how are they going to react? Do you think when he's watching the Super Bowl with his friends,
He didn't watch
the
it.
room is just awkward?
He didn't watch it.
Devo.
He
Nah,
definitely watched it.
He's
100%.
He's watching the Super Bowl,
definitely
but when it
watched
comes to halftime,
No,
he's turning off.
his lawyers watched it. His management watched
He
it.
for sure watched
You
it.
tell me he's
not
never,
watch
he's
it.
up to this day, he's never
I
seen
doubt
it.
he's watched it.
He for
He's
sure
He's
watched
watched
it.
clips,
For
but
sure.
I don't know if he stood there in real
Not
time and
like
watched
us
it.
won rap song of the year, song of the year, rap performance of the year, music video of the year.
Straight glaze. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing? Like, that's glaze. Like, that's straight glaze. Song of the year?
Song of the, I'm sorry.
When Billie Eilish is out here dropping these classics,
I'm not gonna
like,
lie, I'm not
is
gonna
this
lie.
what we're
Do you know
doing?
what?
Like,
Billie Eilish, Birds of a Feather.
that's what I'm saying.
That
I'll be so real. I'll be so
That
real.
should've been- that should've been up
I've
there.
never heard Birds of the Feather. I'm sorry. I'm only saying it just to.
No, Birds of a Feather, honestly, it's done damage to my heart. It's done damage.
So for
real
record of the year, Not Like Us won, and it was up against Taylor Swift Fortnite. I don't know it, but
Fortnite.
Taylor Swift doesn't just have the adults congregation; she has the minors too.
Have you seen people going wild 20 grand
Like
for an
she-
Airbnb in Dublin?
Literally.
No way.
Yeah.
20
No,
grand.
for
paid
Taylor
that.
Swift's
People, I don't know if
concert,
they
she
paid it,
sold
but-
Oh, no,
out
she's
that
huge.
stadium. What was it, like 4 days? 3-4
20K?
days?
Yeah.
20K,
For one night?
She's one of
Yeah,
them.
was
boys.
he a diva?
Just for one night over like the week. It was close to where the concert was. Yeah. But I stopped listening to Taylor Swift after Love Story.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of do have a soft spot for country music sometimes. So
I
I
do.
listened to her for a little bit.
But
after.
I like no that like see Love Story, yeah, like I loved her at that moment. I will continue to love her with that music, but the rest, I just haven't caught on. I haven't caught the wave. Like
Blank Space.
what?
What?
You got a blank space,
Blank
baby.
space.
Blank space.
You know that's
I don't know how it goes, but I know.
All
the name of
right,
it.
your name.
No,
You got a blank
that's
space.
when I was on the radio.
trouble when you
walked in.
That's a classic right
Say
there.
love me,
I know that song,
a
yeah,
classic.
but
They
it
start
just
singing
reminds
rap
me of the
lyrics, I don't
radio.
know.
I don't know.
Oh,
Do
okay.
you
Like
get
when
me?
something is like constantly
Oh, and
overplayed,
you're just
you're just like,
what's going on? It's
yeah.
like what's that? Who's that singer?
Sabrina Carpenter.
You can
No,
say
no,
Bless.
he's a
It's okay.
rapper,
You
he's
can
a
say
rapper.
Bless. Is it when his songs are overplayed? I don't like it when his songs. Are overplayed.
Why can't I think of his name? He's like
Central C.
no.
Macklemore,
No, he's black.
Kanye West.
Sorry,
Dave.
no, he's like Lil
Stormzy.
Baby. No,
Little baby.
Oh, little what's his name? My guy.
Lil Uzi.
No, the other guy.
no, Lil Baby.
Lil
Yeah, it
Durk.
is
Lil
Lil Baby.
TJ.
No, Lil Baby. What song was that song? I love Lil TJ, but
Lil Baby.
Lil Baby. What was that song that
Lil
he did?
Baby.
Drip too hard.
Drip
Oh, with
Too
Jordan.
Hard. No,
Rockstar.
it wasn't. Rockstar. It could be Rockstar.
Rockstar was little.
21 Savage.
That was that baby.
No, that's
The Baby. Yeah, it was the Baby.
Oh, that baby.
Yeah, it was the baby Rockstar. When
Yeah,
you said rap, I was
Jimmy.
like Rockstar. Even my mom knew the lyrics to that.
I remember being in work and like we just had the radio and I just remember that song every hour on the hour.
Pistol in my fucking mouth.
Yeah.
Never been
Guys,
a
The TikTok dance is going crazy.
This nigga turns as a Glock. Okay, so for record of the year, Beyonce was also up there, Billie Eilish was up there, and Sabrina Carter, she's been forced
Yeah,
to nation
Espresso. Yeah, that should've won. I'm just
No,
saying.
No,
that's
we're not
another
like us,
one.
I'm so
Like,
sorry.
it's a good song.
She
But it's
makes.
just-
I ain't gonna lie. She makes some slaps. Like she has this one song called "Good Graces," and I'd be like gliding. Like I'd be outside,
Yeah.
singing "Good Graces." Like
she's been in it for a hot minute though. She's
But-
finally getting
Yeah.
the accolades that she
was
deserves.
on Disney Channel.
Yeah, she was a
Yeah.
Disney Channel.
But
girl.
I feel like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that Barry Cowan, he's an actor.
The Irish
I think
actor.
that's what he put. Like I think he put her on the map in Ireland, anyways.
How?
Because I just remember going onto Twitter one day being like, does Sabrina Carpenter know where the flats are? Like in Dublin.
If she's ever like flown into Ireland, because like considering like look at our girl Chloe Bailey with our uncle Burna Boy.
She
like,
be high as fuck in those clips. She be geeking like she's like
no,
you can
it's
tell
love.
she's geeking
high
like
up love, right?
Yeah.
Because her image is not to be high on Kush.
she is high on Kush, bro. You see that, bro? She's there geeking in
No,
that clip.
she's
Like,
high up. You haven't seen
I haven't
it.
seen
She's
it.
in
She
Nigeria,
is
like.
so in love.
Oh, is she?
Like they
oh,
actually
in the club. There's a picture of
no,
them in the
that
club
was
or something.
December. Like she's here. She's there now.
every time I look at the
like
clips,
right
like,
now for Val. She's right there right now
With him?
Yeah.
Oh, so they together.
Yeah. Whoa.
They boot up.
They
She's
haven't
with him, but
confirmed
he's
it.
not with her type thing, is it?
No, they just haven't
No, they're
confirmed it. You
together.
know what? This is the thing about like being a celebrity and dating. You can't date in peace.
yeah.
That's what I was saying to him.
That's
earlier
what
on.
we've noticed. Like we're trying to obviously like date and
You shut up your mouth.
what's
I
the,
love it. I love it. I'm actually here for it.
we're trying to get our relationship off the ground, and like we just realized we can't date two public figures. Like we can't date in peace.
I
I don't like this guy.
Is this your second public relationship then?
Yeah, first one was crazy.
So we're gonna tap into that. Let's finish this, Malik. We'll tap into that. Okay, let's actually talk about Kendrick Lamar at the Super Bowl. Like, did you guys see the performance?
Yeah, we watched it. We watched it that night it happened.
Yeah, we did.
I'm gonna ask for your opinion, not his, because he's.
I liked it, but the thing is, I'm not a crazy Kendrick fan, so I didn't know half the songs. I'll be so real. I'm taking Madame Joyce's like side of it. Did you see what she said about it?
Bro, they've been
I did.
cooking her like.
No, they're cooking her because
they're
it
gonna cook me
wasn't.
too.
It wasn't just that she wasn't a fan of Kendrick. It was just that like. There were so many little things that I think he did do intentionally. You know the way you were saying that people are speaking on the performance, and you're kind of like, does Kendrick even know he did that? I think what he did was quite strategic. So if you look at the layout, it was a layout of a game, like a controller. So people are saying that he kind of like made it very, nearly kind of like political. Yeah. So the whole thing was based kind of like the oppression of black people was kind of going on within the like government, and he basically made some sort of statement along the lines that this is like the greatest game that's ever been played. So he's not just talking about, it's like a double entendre that you're saying. It's not just about American football, because that is the biggest sport in America. It's also about what's going on within society at the moment, how the government's controlling people. It's a game. So it kind of made sense with that. And then when you look at the character that Samuel L. Jackson was playing, Uncle Sam, like back in the days, Uncle Sam was basically the type of person that was kind of like controlling black people, telling them to keep quiet. So if you listen to what's actually coming out of his mouth with the layout of the words, it actually plays into what people are saying. And that's what Madam Joyce just didn't catch on. And I can understand why she didn't catch on, because it's American history. Like, we're not taught American history on this side of the world. We're not going to know. So I think sometimes when it comes to those things, us as black people just have to be a little bit sensitive, because currently with all the stuff that's going on with Donald Trump and everything at the moment now, black people are extra sensitive. So he said something on stage along the lines of something, I think along the lines of, this was the right time but wrong person to
I was
call
about to say that. I was about to say that.
because basically the whole layout of it was to talk about slavery. So he was like, I'm not the right person to put on stage, because if you put me on stage, I'm gonna speak my shit.
Do you think Jay-Z would be allowed to pick the next person after the whole Kendrick thing?
You think Jay-Z will pick the next
he
person?
does anyways.
Yeah,
Does
because
he?
no, people are complaining Jay-Z picked Kendrick to perform.
Instead of Lil Wayne.
He's done this
chosen
whole
the
thing
last
now
few.
that's kind of gone against the grain. Will people like fuck with it?
Okay, because wait, no, you can curse, you can curse.
He's
So,
chosen the last few.
sorry,
Yeah.
I just had to Google where Kendrick is from.
Compton.
Compton. Where's what's
New
this?
York.
It's in
Compton.
it's in California.
California, and this was in New Orleans, wasn't it?
Okay.
I tried to say woke.
For some strange reason in my mind, I thought that whenever people did the halftime shows, they usually got people who were from that area to
They
do that.
actually never, like that
Oh.
was like they just wanted to be mad at Kendrick getting it, like about like, oh, Lil Wayne should have done it. Like they never actually ever pick.
Because I was going to say
who's
Usher's from
there.
Atlanta, and it wasn't in Atlanta
Yeah.
last year.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
wait, the Super Bowl changes every year. I thought it was the same stadium.
Like it's the two teams.
That change.
Yeah, because it's the Super Bowl is actually a game. Like,
No, I knew it.
like it's not just
she knows
it's not just
that much.
like people actually play after the performance. Like
She knows.
No, I get the Super Bowl, but I thought it was like in the same stadium.
No,
no,
change.
Like,
last
it
year,
would
last year it was
change.
in California. It was in LA last year.
Yeah,
I think,
yeah.
anyways. Last year was what, Rihanna?
No, it was Usher.
Vegas.
It was Usher.
Well,
that's probably why they had Usher doing it in
'Cause he has
Vegas,
those
because he had the
residency.
Vegas
Yeah,
residency.
he's got the
I
residency.
love
But
me
you
some
know,
Usher.
people don't get paid from the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
No,
they
there's
have
no
to pay
pay
for
Weeknd
it.
put like
Yeah.
15 million to his performance.
They pay for it.
Rihanna.
Yeah.
No, Weekend.
No, I was gonna say, did you see Rihanna?
Different.
Rihanna resurrected from extinction.
You
Like,
get
that
me?
babe has not dropped an album in over 10 years, but she resurrected while pregnant with baby number 2 to be dancing in the sky.
She
for
popped
the
off. She
Super.
killed it
She
too.
ate.
I think they should have had Drake on it. I think that would have been more interesting. But
I think Drake will not come back for a while on that stage.
This guy's
He's
living
gonna-
life in Australia.
he
Would you
needs-
come back
No, he
to
needs
America?
He needs some
Australia.
space.
Yeah, he's doing a tour.
he's
Oh,
doing
he's
a
in a
tour.
tour.
He's
Okay.
tour.
He dropped the
okay.
album just yesterday.
Yeah,
Did
Drake
he?
and PND.
Was it a diss?
No, there
No, it was all like love
it was
songs,
like
Valentine's
some
Day.
sexy songs.
Because I'm just gonna tell you,
Sexy
the
songs.
only thing.
It was on Valentine's Day,
What would you describe as a
which,
sexy song?
which we should have spent together.
So
I
what
don't-
happened?
Like you were, I don't know.
This guy did
There you go, there you go.
Get the bank account and realize it wasn't.
She said I'm an expensive babe. I said, all right, let me relax.
But one thing that I can say that I've taken from this whole Kendrick Lamar situation and all that kind of stuff is that I feel like I'm not petty enough as a person.
Oh yeah, like if you're a petty person and you did what Kendrick did, you're loving life.
Do you know there's
This guy's winning at life.
He's-
hating has actually been a good thing for him.
yeah. Like his diss track, biggest song of the year last year. Some might not agree, but for me, it's the fact that like when he was at the Super Bowl, like there's this girl who made a skit on it on TikTok, and she's currently going viral. And she was like, the whole performance, he wasn't looking at the camera, and then the minute he goes, "Say Drake," he's like eye contact
With
he's
this
like,
smile?
with this.
Oh,
And you know, this is something else people missed. Nobody saw the little A.
yeah.
minor.
Do you know what? That A wasn't for A minor. It was for PG Lang. Like it was for his label. It wasn't for A minor. Like.
But anyway,
We got a Drake fan over there. We got a Drake fan.
on piano music, that's what the A looks like. On piano sheet music, that's what the A looks like. So going into petty things. So what's the pettiest thing that you guys have ever done?
Pettiest.
Yeah.
I'll let you hold this one now. You're a petty guy.
Am I?
You're
you
emotional.
petty?
Yeah. Oh
You're
yeah.
emotional.
Oh, I know. The pettiest thing. Okay, so me and Mick got into a fight. As we always, as we usually do. But I'm waved, by the way. I don't know what is in that, bro.
Guys,
Bro,
quick ad break. Lex Stars.
Like Stas.
bro,
Yeah.
I've been
It's
sitting here the last
called-
5
Top
minutes. Like,
Top me up, yeah.
Do you want some more? Pass
It's
it over.
Appreciate you.
Do you want Coke?
Please.
Is it
Yeah.
cognac?
Cognac.
Cognac.
It's really nice.
yeah, no, it's really like.
We had the cocktails with charges to the game, and like I was defo licked after
I think
the
it's
For
almost
real?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
Yeah, these things are different, though.
we gotta,
it's so
we gotta
nice.
hit the club after this, low key. Like,
I'm in a tracksuit. I ain't going nowhere. I go home.
boring. Can I come? Yeah, cut that shit out. Like,
Appreciate you.
Okay, going into the pettiest thing you've ever done. Go
oh
on.
yeah, so
Tell us.
me and Mick, we were in college, yeah. And we both, there was this one class we used to both not go to. Well, actually, he used to not go to the class, but I used to go sometimes, but I was stupid as fucking college. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we had this open book exam. So he ended up getting notes from some girl in our course. He ended up getting notes from some, like 2 different girls in our course. He ended up getting notes for. So before the exam, I was like, bro, like, let me get, no. The day before the exam, I was like, bro, you got 2 sets of notes. Let me get one of them. And he's like, oh, bro, but you've been to the class, I was like, bro, but you know I'm not gonna like, I'm not good at this, but let me get the notes. He wouldn't give me the notes, yeah? And we're on the bus home to his yard, and we're beefing, like, he wouldn't give me the notes. And then we stopped fighting, whatever, and it was silent. He goes on his phone, I go on my phone.
And we're on the bus, so sitting beside each other. Continue.
So then I take a little snap, yeah? And I post on my private story, it be your own dog sometimes, right?
It be your own boys that do you wrong.
You get me?
We get it. We get
And I'm
it.
sitting there, and I post it, and I'm sitting there, and I'm waiting for him to open it, and I see him open Snap, and press my story, and he reads it, and he closes it straight away.
Just ignores you.
You get me? This guy's posting about me beside me. Bear in mind, he's staying in my house that night. He's staying in my house. We get off the bus. Tell me why this guy starts speed walking home. I have the keys. I have the keys to the house. And it was raining. I said, cool. Walk away.
So what did you do?
Slow walked. I slow walked
You're
home.
the petty
This
one
guy,
then.
and I never wake up
What?
for...
Me? The Do you not see what he did?
I never.
It was a post.
I never wake up for alarms either. And we had an exam that day, and he let me sleep through the alarms. This guy let for the exam, like this guy.
So who's the pettier one?
I think it's
You're
him.
the pettier.
No. You let him speak. Hear my side of the story.
Okay, go ahead.
Bear in mind, this is the day before the exam. I'm saying to him, like, yo, bro, I haven't got notes from this lecture. Like, I haven't been. And he's coming, you're stupid, you're dumb, you should have went to the classes. Da, da, da. I was like, all right, cool. Let me outsource. So then I outsourced some notes. It's all right, cool. I got my thing. This guy's been calling me dumb for the last 3 days. I have my notes. All of a sudden now he wants to be buddy with me, trying to get my notes off me. So I was like, no, I'm not having that. All of a sudden he speed walks home in the rain. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to walk at my pace. I'm a slow walker, naturally.
It was lashing rain.
Maybe I needed to tie my shoelaces a few times on the way as well. So it took me a bit. It took me a while. I get home. None of my family are home. This guy's knocking on the door. I'm like, oh, you waiting for me, bro? Open the door. I woke up early to study the next day. Well, he looked at it as Mick woke up early to go to college, and he was better to leave me at home. I'm not a dickhead. I'm just me. That's not petty.
No, you're still the petty one.
Yeah, you're so petty.
He's so petty.
You guys are the first people to ever say I'm in the wrong for this story, by the way.
No. We said you're petty. He's the one in the wrong.
Oh,
the
thank
petty
you.
one.
I'll take that. Call me petty.
Yeah.
As long as I'm not doing the wrong.
No. He's the one in the wrong. You're petty.
And I failed the exam. Thank you very much. Thank you for that.
Oh, friendship. Okay, we're gonna go to a Twitter thread, or should I say X thread?
X.
So, what's the pettiest reason why you broke up with someone, or stopped talking to someone? Right. Okay. So here's one. Her hairline. Everything was going okay until one day I noticed it and couldn't unseen it.
How bad was the hairline?
You know, some people be doing braids that just chop them off and all that, you know.
That does happen.
It does happen.
Do you
postpartum hair loss?
Yeah.
Do you guys have a petty reason why you broke up with someone?
Not petty. All my reasons were valid.
Mine was. There's a mixture of reasons, right?
We don't even need to listen to the thread. Continue.
Mine was like, obviously, there's a stage where I was with someone and then I was talking to them in college. I was with them in college. And people were asking, like, oh, Mickey, you have a girl or whatever. And I showed one of the guys a picture of my girl.
Oh, no.
And he looked at me and goes, as long as you're happy, bro, innit? Like, that's your thing. Like, And after that point, I was like, yeah,
No,
allow that.
tell him what I said about her, who she looks like.
Oh, yeah. And then, then we had this lecturer, like a substitute lecturer, that wasn't fine at all. Like, she was just, she wasn't fine, right? And then people started saying she looked like my girlfriend. And like, he would show pictures of two of them together to random people. And then people were like, yeah, they look the same. From that point onwards, I was like, yeah, I can't do this. I can't do this anymore.
How did you break up with her? Oh, we didn't tell her.
The thing is, yeah.
Did you even talk to her?
How did you break up with her? How did you break up with her?
No, the thing is, yeah. I caught her texting some guy that she was friends with. But the thing is with me, yeah, I don't want to break people's feelings.
This is another petty reason.
What's the name of that one podcast? If I speak. If I speak, yeah.
So, yeah, she was talking to some guy, and usually it would have been a thing where, like, anyone can just get over it. But I overreacted. I was like, nah, I can't do this. You see, I can't do this. Nah. And I cut it there. I was like, you see, you're used to this.
Bear in mind. When he's just talking to this guy texted her, and she all she said was like, oh, I don't feel like Mick, like, whatever, treats me right or something. He took that and ran with it, like, just because he wanted to actually end the relationship. Toxic
Bear in
nigga.
mind, I was 18. I was a kid. Like, I was a youth.
Crazy. That is actually that is crazy.
No, because the thing
I
is,
was so disappointed.
No. Because the thing is, I tried ending it before, but then she started giving me the sob story of, oh no, you can't leave me because this will happen, this will happen, this will happen. I was like, all right, cool. I'm kind of stuck in this, but God forbid this is my faith. Like, I was like, God forbid you're my wife. So I was like, any little inconvenience.
See, the only question I seem to ask is that like, you thought she was laying before your boys come
Did you think she was lying? At the time?
Yeah, she was at some
I used
point.
to ask this guy, does he love her? He used to always be stuttering and shit like that.
No, the thing is, I feel like I was tricked into that relationship, right?
How'd she trick
Bear in mind, I was in a boarding school, all boys, for 6 years during secondary school.
Oh.
Yeah, so not much female exposure, right? That's all I'm gonna say. And like, the only females we saw on the day today were the teachers. So that's all I'm gonna say. And we couldn't even chat to them like that.
Okay, I don't know.
Clongos, it's out in Kildare.
Clongos.
Clongos.
Oh, do you play rugby?
Yeah. So obviously,
Yeah.
this girl was in my. I'm giving too much experience. She's gonna know it's her.
I'll bleep.
I'm actually
Like,
devastated
yes.
for it.
I'll bleep.
So
Yes,
we had some
Rebecca, we
like
don't see
conference
you.
thing, whatever, and then we were like 16. We kissed or something, and I didn't know what to do. And everyone was like, "Oh yeah, you got to text her now after this." I was like, "Wait, what?" So then we were texting for a while, and then obviously I was going. She lived in.
No,
Okay.
She lived
somewhere.
She lived far.
On the island.
So I went over to go visit her and all this sort of stuff. And she was coming down to me. I met her family, and then eventually. Yeah, how else was I gonna sleep? Like, I was traveling 3 hours to get there. I wasn't coming
I used
home.
to stay in the house.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I didn't understand that. That's my first ever experience. So people were like, "Oh yeah, you got to realize."
And our
Like,
parents were okay with you sleeping in the house. Did you sleep
they
in the
love
same
me,
bed?
man. They love me. I'm probably
This
the first black guy they've ever met as well.
I was
That's
gonna say
what-
Caucasian for sure.
Oh, this guy.
No, I'm saying the baby was
If it ain't
Caucasian.
snowing, it ain't going with this guy.
Chill it. That's not true. Actually, take that back. Because people believe that. Take that back. But anyway, yeah, that
Ladies,
happened. And
you're
people are like, "Oh, if you don't make her your girlfriend, you have to do it on Valentine's Day."
Wait, who
So
are
you
these people
felt
saying this?
coerced
All
by your
her
friends.
Okay, but that's her friends. Like, you don't have to listen to them.
I did. I was young. That's what I mean. I was young.
But, like, if they're saying, like, oh, you have to marry her next week, are you marrying her?
Bro, I probably would have back then.
You were close. You were close too.
I
You were
probably
close.
would have. She's married now with a kid on the way.
Is she?
22.
Oh wow.
22.
Can you imagine?
She
That
met
could
the-
have been me.
That
God
could-
forbid. God changed my story. God changed my story.
But like, would you not think that she's winning? She's married. She's happy.
No, I'm winning. I'm up now.
Are you?
I'm blocked, but I'm up.
I feel like you sort of have a bit of resentment to the situation.
I think you
Because
missed her.
before anybody told you, you actually had a soft spot for this lady.
This guy did not have a soft spot for this girl at all. Don't let him lie
I did.
to you.
I was. People always say I'm a lover boy, but I feel like I got tricked into relationships.
How do you
That's how I
get
say
tricked
it. I
into
got tricked. I say it to my parents
We're
all the time.
so far from this thread, but how do you get tricked into
No, it's okay.
relationships?
We can talk.
Nah, because like that's what I mean. Like at that stage, I didn't know what to do. That's my first experience with a female like that. And
Have you
then,
been
So was
tricked?
she your first kiss and everything?
well, my first kiss, well, like, first serious stuff. Like
Big boy.
anything intimate. She was my first person for all that sort of stuff. You get me?
Poor
And do you
girl.
not, like, ever think about her?
Never, never once. Every time I think about it, thank God for changing my story. That's what I mean.
God,
Oh,
I beg
God
you don't let
forbid.
anybody speak about me like this. I beg you. God, I beg.
On a podcast. On a podcast.
What?
Crazy.
I would make it my personal vendetta to come find you.
Nah, but
I'm not
the way she's built. I know
won't-
this podcast ain't gonna
she
hit
won't
her
see
proper
this at all.
algorithm. This ain't hitting her algorithm.
Yeah.
That's all I mean.
I'm actually going to say, if she ever wants to come onto the pod, we'll have a seat for you, babe. We have a
Seat
seat
is
for
nice
you.
and warm
Oh,
for you,
but
baby.
you'll meet her and wonder how the hell we were both partnering together.
Yeah.
Complete opposite people.
Even I till today, like I couldn't see you with her today type thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like your taste has changed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was me as a kid. Anyway, back to the thread.
This is crazy. You see how I even switched off my phone because I was so invested. What? Okay, so this girl was like, his penis was too small.
I've had that too.
I've heard
many
that one
times,
too.
bro. I'm playing.
Maybe we'll take the alcohol away.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't know what they put in that shit, bro. I'm out here wilding like.
Okay, one time this guy asked me on a date while we were sitting across from each other and agreed. When he got up, I realized how short he was, and I Googled him after to find out his height, and he was 5'6", and
Wow.
I'm 5'11".
5'6" isn't too short. Come on now.
Wow.
Come on. That's basically like 5'9". And 5'9" is like 6 foot with shoes. Come like 5'6". Ah, you see? 5'6" ain't bad.
How tall are you?
Huh?
How tall are you?
I'm turning 6 foot in July.
Crazy work. Crazy work.
Man's 5'6". Okay, let me see another one. He couldn't kiss and used to bite my tongue too much.
What?
Yeah, that would be a turn off.
Remember, you break up over that.
Yeah, petty
Surely you
reasons
teach
to-
him.
But if someone's biting your tongue.
Yeah, but if you're like in a relationship, surely that's the one stage where it's like, all right, cool.
Nah.
We're open enough to teach each other.
But, okay, imagine you've done the lessons, you've gone through everything, the education part of it, and they're still doing it.
And your tongue is bleeding after every kiss.
You're getting Bonjela on the regular. On your tongue, like,
And that stings too as well.
yeah.
That's crazy. No, okay, so this one that I saw, right? This one is wild. His ex looks like a baboon, and I felt like if you could fuck with somebody like that, you could fuck with anybody.
Bro, I've felt like that before.
Remember we had that conversation?
Which one?
Remember we were like, oh, if this girl would mess with this kind of guy, it turns us off her.
100%.
You know what
Because
kind of
you're
way?
putting me and this guy in the same
In the
category.
same
God
ilk,
forbid.
like, you know
No,
that?
but what if she had found Christ, learned her lessons, and is trying to do better in life?
That doesn't make the guy better looking.
Okay, but
if
you
he's clapped.
Sorry,
Yeah.
but you've literally just had a 10-minute story time about how you haven't been with your first love or your first girlfriend. And now you're being so hypocritical, being like, I'm not in the bedroom.
Yeah, but I've
girl,
glowed
awesome.
up. I've like grown as a person as well.
Have you?
Yeah. Other people might not agree, but I agree.
I'm growing.
That's wild. Okay, I think that's the most of the treads that I could find on that one anyways. But that's crazy. But you know what? Let's tap into you guys.
Yes.
Yes, so sir, Yxng Bless.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
tell
baby.
us about tell us about yourself.
I mean, I got a little mixtape on the way. Which camera I have to look into? I'll look into all of them at this point.
Straight one.
Pre-order that now. We're trying to do a little, you know, and try to go #1 and things like that. And
Vice City, baby.
Vice City, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's like I made a project, and it's a case of like I'm really proud of the music. It's like a reflection of who I am. I think throughout the 10 songs we go on a journey, and I think, and I was saying it to Mick the other day, like I'm very vulnerable and very open in my music. Like, you know what I mean? I almost like anytime I'm talking to a girl or something like that, and I'm whatever, they might have something to complain about. I'm like, well, I said that in this song, so you should have known that type thing. You know what I mean? But I feel like throughout the 10 songs, it's like first song is like, yeah, I'm here, what's up, I'm lit. And then by the 10th song, it's a little bit more reflective, like, yo, why am I like this? Or this is why I'm like this. And it's just good music. Like,
If you could describe your project in 3 words, what would you describe it as?
I'll definitely say,
Yeah, you cooked it out. You cooked it out.
you know what I mean?
Come on, gang.
That's a good question. Like, I'm gonna say like it's definitely energetic. It's definitely revealing, and it's definitely just open. Like, I feel like if you listen to it, you know, like if you didn't know who I am, and if you listen to that and you never saw anything about me or anything like that, you would know who I am by the end of that. You know what I mean?
Who
Like,
are you as an artist?
that's another-
Even as a person.
Cooking up, man.
Yeah,
know, right?
Team of BXB, remember?
I mean, I wish
Yeah. Start
you
from
know
there.
what I mean. Who am I as a person? Like, I feel like I'm a dreamer, man. Like just from, I'm gonna cringe at this, but like, just from day one from school. Like, I feel like I've always just been in the back of the classroom while we're learning about whatever. I'm thinking about, okay, I'm gonna be this NBA player. I'm gonna be this actor. I'm gonna be this. I'm gonna be that. Even in college, even in whatever the case may be, I've always just been like a dreamer. I've always
That
just been,
motivation, like
yeah, just been someone that wants to just do something big. Like, I want to, like, by the time like I'm like 106 and then I die, like, I want people to be like, he did some shit while he was here. He created this. He did this. He did this. He did this. Like,
Leave a
that's
legacy behind.
yeah. That's what I want to do. Like, you know, I want to act. I want to direct. Me and my friend are writing a movie. Like, I'm just like a creative type person. Like, you know.
creative. And like you said there, that like if somebody was to listen to your mixtape
Yeah.
or your project, sorry, they would know who you are.
Yeah.
But because you are creative, does that not mean like only creatives could like understand who you are? Do you know what I mean? Like, let's say somebody who works a 9 to 5, like
Yeah.
isn't into the scene, like
Yeah.
doesn't really listen to music.
Yeah.
Will they still get to know who you are?
I feel like for sure. I feel like, you know, I don't have to do the double, triple entendres like certain other people have to do to get my point across. I feel like there's certain songs, like I feel like the outro is called The Lady of Dublin, and obviously the tape is called Vice City. and it's kind of like an exploration of like my vices and things like that. And I feel like that song, like I don't even know if I want people to hear it type thing. Like it's
like on your, like you're wearing your heart on your sleeve.
I'm wearing
like,
my heart on my sleeve, and I'm very open and honest
Can I
about
just
like
ask a quick question as a millennial?
yeah.
What does vice mean?
A vice is like like a vice would be like drinking, smoking.
Oh, like a device.
No.
Like
Like a
device?
temptation
Like
that you give
temptation.
into.
Device,
The temptation
yeah.
that you
Temptation
give into all the time.
Oh my God, you're cooking.
I spent all my time with you, bro. You explained this to me last week.
He's really your best friend.
You know, he used to give out to me that I don't like. All I do is talk about myself type thing. Like he used to give out to me crazy,
much, bro.
He was like, "Oh, you don't listen to me. You
He
don't."
loves it though. He loves it.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's what vices are. So like, that's what I just talk about them, and obviously like when the tape starts, it's like I'm embracing them because we all embrace them. Do you know what I'm saying?
Wait, what
Yeah.
are your vices?
Crazy question, like.
Give us the answer. Give us the answer.
But like for me,
You want to sit on this couch for a minute?
Yeah, okay.
I'm
You
here
can,
today
you
to
can
gist.
answer. You can answer that question, but you will also have to answer it.
yes,
Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay.
And you know
Perfect.
what? What I'll say is my vice is his vice. So, and the answer is women.
Damn, makes sense.
So women are your vices.
not me. I'm
Pete, it's a safe space, me.
I've been in a
It's
relationship
it's not going anywhere.
for 5 out of the last 6 years.
Oh my
5 out of
goodness.
6
Yeah.
years.
Really?
Yeah, 2 different ones, but
Okay, so you haven't been in a relationship for 5 out of 6
no,
years.
I said relationships.
Okay. And
So-
How quick were they?
There was the first was 2.5 years, 6-month gap, then whatever adds up to make the rest
how
of the
long
maths.
are you with your current partner?
Oh, I don't have her anymore.
There is no current partner. It's current partners with this guy.
But
Every other week, this guy, like me, you know me, like
Wait, but that's-
committed, locked in type nigga, like you know what I'm saying?
yeah, so 5 out of 6. So like 2.5,
Okay.
6-month break, then 4 years, and then break till now.
So you're going through it.
Oh man, I'm
Yo,
so
this is-
deep
this
in
is
it
okay.
right now.
You wanna talk about it?
Heartbroken.
You're so-
I even got a ring for it as well.
Bro,
man.
stop, no,
heartbroken.
no, I'm not letting you do this. No, stop lying. He does this. He posts all this family content and shit like, I know every girl is like, oh, you're just such a, this guy's a dog. Like, this guy's
not me.
out here, bro. Like,
Not me.
Ladies,
not
you
me.
hear
Yeah,
that?
you're like, yeah, okay, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm heartbroken. I'm going through like my heartbroken
Okay,
phase.
but how long have you been going through this heartbroken phase?
Oh, like a year now.
Yeah, so we need to climb over that.
Should be
hill.
healed.
Yeah, I'm
Get
trying
over
to. I'm
that
trying
bridge.
to. But that's why I'm
You should
trying to
be
just, like,
mended.
focus on myself, make myself better.
Focus on
Without nobody else included.
what did you do for
I have my
Valentine's?
family.
oh my
Apart from your
goodness.
family.
Oh, that's all I need. Just my family and my friends.
Ladies, do you
Fair.
hear that? We caught that on
Listen,
tape.
we're gonna clip that.
If you hear
What did
this
you do
man,
for Valentine's Day?
I stayed at home with my family.
What
That's
did-
true.
my
That
family.
is
How
true.
many,
That
how
is
many
true.
people did you wish Happy Valentine's Day to?
Good
Oh, no,
question.
that's-
Amazing question.
that's a
Amazing
different thing.
question.
That's a different
Amazing
thing.
How
question.
many people did you wish Happy
You
Valentine's
see,
Day
I'm
to?
the type of guy that loves to spread love, right? And Valentine's Day is the day of love, right?
I'm not
so
buying it.
I
I'm not
might have
buying
had like an automated message that I copied and pasted, a paragraph at that where you change the name. But that's spreading
Can I
love.
ask? So if your voice is women, do you
Jeez.
feel like this is helping you get women admitting this
No.
on a
He
podcast?
not
said
looking
to
for
me,
women.
Joe, he said to me, he's like, oh, bro, bring me on Get the Gist because they have a women audience. Like, let the women see who I am. That, bro, he said that to me.
This is why you can't trust men. Ladies, listen. In this life, don't trust men because this guy is
I
one of
would
them.
never get this as your personality from the content that you
Hey,
post.
thank you.
I'm going-
Thank you. I'm here to
But
But then,
expose.
there we go. But now you will also get exposed because you said your voice is his voice, and his voice is women.
Come on, twin.
So what's going on?
As in, I pour my... We're together.
So
As in, like-
is that because if this is it women? What's going on?
As in, it's a case of like, it's like I love a distraction, if that makes sense. But not a distraction. Like, I feel like what we found is more than a distraction. It's a foundation.
Don't trust rappers,
Okay.
I'm telling you.
don't trust men.
The poetry they be spitting.
Trust men.
Creatives?
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
I think
even
we're-
made it rhyme as well. Distraction foundation.
Even made it right as well.
Double entendre.
Wow.
We're gonna take it back to now you make
God,
with
why
the content
me?
create. No, with the
Content
content
creating.
creation.
Oh, okay, cool.
So,
How
you
did it
said-
start?
Yeah.
Like, where did you? When did you? Okay, first of all, when did you realize you were funny? And then when did you decide? You know what? Let me start making these skits because you said this is like your full-time thing.
Yeah. So basically, obviously, I did chemistry, medicinal chemistry in uni.
Damn.
So then it got
Chemistry
to
is
fourth year.
hard.
Trust me, I cheated
I did
my
it.
whole way through.
Are we?
We're gonna cut this. We're gonna cut that out. Did you both do
bleep it.
chemistry? Did you both do chemistry then?
That's where we met. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Medicinal
yeah.
chemistry. Don't worry, we'll
And-
bleep it out.
Yeah.
Do any of you work? Do you work in medicinal? Oh, okay.
I've never used my degree yet.
Nah.
Fabulous.
I used
Yeah.
it for a little while, but then
Okay.
Nah.
I did biochemistry and that broke my brain.
See that one? That's the tough one. That's the lecture we
Yeah.
used to cheat on. I'm playing. But yeah, I graduated in fourth year, and like just as towards like last month before graduation, I was saying to Bless, I was like, "Look, bro, I'm gonna go back and do medicine." I was gonna go back and do medicine. He was like, "Nah, you have too much personality. You need to put it out into the world and do something. You don't want to be a doctor." And it was true. I was just doing it for my parents. My parents wanted me to be a doctor. You know what African parents are like. They want you to be a doctor. So I was like, all right, cool. I said it to my parents. And that's why I thank God every day, because no one has this opportunity. I said to my parents, look, give me 1 year to financially back me. Don't be on my back about getting a job or doing anything. Just give me 1 year to pursue social media. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, I'll go back and do medicine. Or I'll go back and work at Pfizer or something. I'll use my degree. And they're like, all right, cool. You have 1 year. So after that, start emailing people. I worked during college, I had a part-time job. Do you know, like I was a brand ambassador. So do you know those people that be sampling out like Coke cans and stuff like that on the street at events? So I had access to like big events. So I kind of just said it to the CEO of the company. I was like, look, I want to get into presenting. I beg you, just let me interview some people at the next event and get a show reel together. And he was like, yeah, cool. I'll let the cameraman follow you around, interview some people. We put a video together. So we did that, got a video together, I edited it all, and I was just sending that out. For the next like couple of weeks, I was just sending that out to I was sending like 50 to 100 emails a day. Like to every brand in the world. Like literally on LinkedIn, I was going crazy over there.
no one works as hard as this guy. I'll be so
Right.
I was literally sending emails.
This is actually really nice to hear.
Oh, it was mad. I was sending emails to everyone, and I was getting responses from people being like, oh yeah, you're great, we love your energy, but like, you need more experience. And I was like, how am I going to get experience if no one hires
You gotta
me?
do it for free.
Yeah, that us.
Yeah.
I was even saying to people, like, let me do this stuff for free. People in BBC were getting back to me like, oh, we're too big of a platform to kind of like risk all that sort of stuff. And then eventually I met my manager now, and he was like, all right, cool. We work with creators with large social media followings, but I can help you grow your social media. At this point, I didn't have a social media. I didn't have TikTok. I didn't have Instagram. He was like, I can mentor you to grow your social media, and then you'll be able to do that. So he was like, your visual CV is literally going to be your social media. So like, if you want to do presenting, go out and do interviews, do street interviews, And I was like, all right, cool. I knew I was going to Orlando in America 2 weeks later. So I was like, if I'm going to start, this is the best place to go. 1, Americans are hilarious. And 2, if I flop, no one's ever going to see me again. So I was like, all right, cool. So I did that, all that sort of stuff. Got like 90 videos ready. Had 90 videos ready.
9-0.
Before I posted a single one.
Yeah.
Because I knew my graduation was the 5th of November. 5th of November, 2022. I'll never forget that date. I was like, I'm not posting nothing before this date. Because I was like, I don't want to go to graduation. Everyone's like, oh, Mick, you started your social media. I was like, nah. So 6th of November is when I started posting 3 times a day, every day, for like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
I grew a platform, and then the first brand I ever got to work with was Lad Bible. So I was like,
I saw that.
yeah,
So you
yeah.
even hit the jackpot real quick.
Yeah,
This
that's
industry plant.
he be saying industry plan, but I'm like, and then like that happened.
Yeah.
Then obviously bigger brands came in. I hosted something for JD Sport like 2 months later, and then it just kept going. And then eventually I kept going back to that guy who gave me like the mentorship. I was like, look, every time I was getting brand deals, I didn't know what to charge, and obviously at that stage, any small amount was huge. And he was kind of managing me. He'd be like, oh, loop me into this email. Like, Benji Leslie's his name. He's like, he kept telling me, like, oh, loop me into this email. I'll negotiate it for you. He's based in the UK, like. And eventually got to a stage where I grew my numbers, and he was managing me so much. He kind of texted me. He's like, no, Mick, I'm basically managing you without taking a percentage. I may as well just add you to the roster. Yeah. And then he added me on literally 9 months after I graduated. And from then on, it's literally just been going, man. I've just been enjoying life.
Do you know what it is? And I'll add this for anyone who's just doing this creative thing. And I've seen it from Mick. Like, there's such an advantage to just being a good person. Like there's nobody in the world who has an issue with Mick. And like, if someone was to be like, I don't like Mick,
I think. Sorry.
well, apart from
There's one.
She still likes me.
apart from all those people, but like, Mick is the kind of person where it's like, if you don't like Mick, that says more about you than him type
fair.
thing. You know what I mean? And because he's just like a good guy, and because he's just like he gets along with everyone else, he's super respectful to everyone else. He doesn't come to any room. And Kieran is like that a little bit, where it's like you don't come to any room and you're like stush. You're like, yo, I got bigger numbers than this person. I'm this. I'm that. I'm that. Nah, he's shaking hands with everyone. He's bigging up everybody. He's this, is that, and that goes a long way. Just
humble.
Honestly, being nice never
goes a long way.
Never.
I
let you down.
love that you told that story because it's so relatable. I got told the exact same thing when I was finishing up my fourth year of college. My
real?
thesis lecturer told me that I don't understand why you're doing science. You should be on radio or TV.
Serious.
So it's like that story I related to so much. I was like, he's talking to me.
He's talking to me.
Talking to me.
Did you know you wanted to do this before you did your studies?
I didn't have a clue. That's what I mean. Like, there's people in our course that were like, "Oh, Mick has been cooking this up for a while, but he kept it quiet."
I remember that.
Yeah. People are saying like, "Oh, Mick has known he's doing this for a while, but he kept it quiet, trying to be sly." I didn't have a clue. It was literally the last 2 months before I graduated.
Really?
I was literally like, it was the June. So we finished
And it was
college
you
in the
who
May.
said it to him.
I told him he should
It was
do
him.
radio. That's what I said he should do.
Yeah.
I said
like
you should
the
do
radio.
radio. You should be a presenter. You should do something like that. And then he just
Yeah. So like he said, we finished up May. From June to October, I was just sending out those emails every single day, like researching people. That's why, like, when I speak to brands now, so I've done a few like panel talks and stuff like that in front of brands. I'm like, the first thing I say when I get into the room is like, if you check your LinkedIn, I'm probably in all your DMs.
Yeah.
Because I've DM'd everyone in the industry.
There's a musician who won a Grammy, Doechii.
yeah.
Oh.
She lost her job, and literally the day after she lost her job, she was like, I'm just pulling up to these recording studios. I'm going
Yeah.
to take internships. I'm going to do everything.
Literally.
And it's just like, as much as sometimes some people will put their pride in their ego before success is kind of crazy, because it's like some people might have looked at what you were doing as desperation. I don't want to look like a beg. I don't want to look at this.
Yeah.
Whereas your mindset was like, I want to be successful. I don't care what I look like because these people need to know I'm hungry for it.
100%. You gotta be shameless.
You gotta
in
be
this game.
ready. You gotta be ready to fail
Shameless.
and embarrass yourself.
Because I've spoken to people
I'm not
about
ready for
this.
that bullshit.
That's what I've spoken to people that are like, I don't want the screenshot to go. I'm like, bro, don't care about all this shit.
The
Like,
screenshot will go either way. Like
Yeah.
if you're
Yeah.
posting
Yeah.
content creation, if you're posting whatever, if people want to talk about you, they'll talk about you in
yeah.
any type of way.
And one thing people always say to me is like, oh yeah, it annoys me so much when people are like, oh, we're black, we're people of color, da da da, we're at a disadvantage. Use that to your advantage. You go to brands and just be like, look, you don't have any people of color in here. You need that.
Yeah.
Especially now, because the time I
Diversity is
started
diversity and
off was all the
inclusion.
BLM movement.
Yeah.
So I started, I was like, look, you guys need diversity now more than ever. Now you have that in me, with personality.
You're like, please
all that sort of
use
stuff.
me.
Yeah. I'm
Let's
like,
use each other.
Use me, pick me.
love me. But that's what it was. So like people looking at us as a disadvantage, like, oh, they don't have any black people in their campaigns. It's like, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Now you need to be that one that goes in there, because if you show them what they're missing out on, people eat it up so much. And that's why I've
100%.
kind of like played the game a lot differently. So it's kind of just like switching your mindset to
Yeah.
instead of having that victim mindset, have the opportunist mindset.
Solution.
And
Yeah.
because you were in the same year as him, and then he went off and did all this. When did you realize that, hold up, I want to take music seriously. I'm good at this.
I'll be so real. I've been in this game for a minute. Like, I've been in this shit for a minute.
Everyone's timeline is different. That doesn't matter.
I started music in like 2018. Mick was like, again, that's what I'm saying. Our story is beautiful, like on some crazy shit. Like it's like I know when we're like up, we'll be able to look back. Like Mick was the first guy I was showing music to. Like we bring him to a classroom, a random classroom, me and KB, that's my producer, and we be singing him the songs, like no auto-tune, no nothing. And he's like, yeah, man, he was treating me like Drake. Like he was like, yeah, you're him, like all that type of stuff. And
Wait,
it was,
being honest.
At the time I was. At the time. I was like, this is the coldest shit I've ever heard in my life.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But things with him, like he's so shameless with it as well. Like I'll be like the other day, I was watching clips from like my live show because my cameraman recorded the whole thing. Mick is like front row, like on some fan shit. Like,
Don't say
he's
fat. Don't say fat.
I'm like that with Tida.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in the crowd. I'm the loudest person in the
Yeah.
crowd shouting her lyrics.
Like, he's
I've been
there,
knowing the lyrics.
like-
This guy plays every time he comes over, so I
Yeah.
have to learn the lyrics.
he even be trying to keep it trill, like when I'm around and pretend like you don't know the lyrics too tough, like. But he be in there, like, type thing. And I think, like, seeing his success and what it was for him, what the biggest advantage he did for me was just bringing me into those rooms with him, because he saw a lot of success early when I was in a place where I wasn't seeing as much. And he was like, I'm going to bring you to these places. Like, we had an event in Liverpool and he brought me, it was a private Stormzy event. He brought me there. Do you know what I'm saying? He brought me to Ibiza and he brought me to like all these other different places. He was just like, yeah, that's fam. Like, that's my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's my dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so.
Honestly, gotta grow together. We gotta grow together, though.
So,
my bro.
like, saying this now, like, this is like your full-time job. This is what you do on the day-to-day.
Yeah.
Like, before you started this, did you ever, like, is there parts of it that you're like, oh, I don't really like this anymore? Like, does it take away the whole, like, excitement and the fun?
There was times where, like, obviously I have a manager now, so he's very, like, business-minded. So he's kind of telling me, like, look. So I went to Thailand for a month, last month.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah, so, like, he's kind of telling me, like, content I need to make, and it's a lot different to what I usually do. So, like, it's only times when it gets to, like, editing where I'm like, oh, damn, I don't like editing this style of video, that it takes way too long. It's not natural to me, but like, obviously I've told him my goals that I want for this year. And it's like, if you want to achieve those, this is what you're going to have to do. So there's times like that where I'm like sitting down and it's like 2 a.m. and I'm editing this video. I'm cutting down, I'm spending like 5 hours. Like yesterday I spent 8 hours editing a video. It was a minute long. And like, it'll probably only get like 300 views. And it's times like that where it's like, man, this stuff, it's tough. Like,
Yeah.
And then other times where it's like, obviously I'm blessed to be in this position to have so much work coming in. But it's also a thing of like, I have so much work overload where I'm like, oh.
Like, you think content creation, it is still a full-time job. Like, it's just a 9 to 5. It's
Say that
actually, it's
again.
probably like a 7 to 7.
100%.
Say that
100%. There's no such thing as weekends or any of that. Like,
No.
it's
You're just constantly on the go. But like, see the way when you go through like, like your socials and stuff like that, like, do you just feel like it's business then? Or can you still, can you like...
Switch off
Yeah.
That's
and
actually
just
mad.
be normal.
I was saying to him, I was like, I have 2 different types of mindsets where I go on TikTok or Reels or whatever. One is for research,
Inspo. Yeah.
inspo, and
Stealing.
then other time. So I use TikTok for.
Say stealing.
No, that's crazy. I use Insta Reels for inspo, and then TikTok for enjoyment.
Oh,
So I
okay.
go to Insta Reels, watch that. I'm like, oh, I like this video. Why do I like this? How can I recreate it and add my own spin
But
to
see,
it?
like, even at that, it's just even the fact that you sit down and you dissect everything.
Oh, I have to.
And it's like, that's crazy, because it's like, we can go, because we have the podcast, we can still go on Instagram and not have to dissect everything. I can still just watch stuff and laugh and not think, okay,
this
why
could
did
work.
I enjoy this? Why am I rewatching this
Yeah.
again?
You're,
This
like,
is
analysing
funny.
everything.
You analyze
I have
everything.
a question. When you started doing podcasts, did that change the way how you guys viewed podcasts?
Yeah.
Like, as you took it in?
To be honest, I didn't really listen to podcasts. The first podcast I actually listened to was Where's Your Head At with you and Demi.
No
Yeah. That was the first
way.
podcast I ever listened to, yeah, before we started podcast. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously we did like interviewing with like artists and stuff like that.
Not
like,
David
with
brushing his
BXB.
beard in the back.
That's OG.
But yeah, no, we did like, I did interviews with artists, which was something like,
You sort of like what we're doing right now.
yeah. So that comes natural, but
Yeah.
Were you
Yeah.
a trio before you started the podcast?
no.
See?
I had
Serious?
2 conversations with Ree before I sat down on
What?
the couch with her.
Yeah, two
Literally,
conversations.
2 conversations.
And there was 4 of us. So it was me and Ash knew each other before, and then you and
me and
Demi.
Demi. And even at that, I'd only known Demi probably about 6 months prior to that.
Yeah, me and Ash. Love
Yeah.
them
Shout
for
out to
life. That's
Demi,
my
everybody.
sister.
Yeah.
Shout out to Demi.
We miss you, baby girl.
Miss you,
We
sweetheart.
babe. We
Yeah.
miss you.
But yeah, it's just like the podcast is crazy. And then it's also a case where it's like, as much as we do podcasts, all podcasts are different.
Yeah.
Like from our live show, like even with the lineup that we brought, in my opinion, are more like in depth, and they're talking about teaching lessons and that kind of stuff. Whereas Past America are more like comedy and stories.
Yeah.
So it's like we can tap in and watch so many people's stuff and not compare it to ourselves, because I think our podcast is even quite different. Like how we sit down and we'll dissect pop culture, we'll dissect news, and then we
Talk
might
about
play
life.
games, we'll talk about trends, we'll talk about life. I think we kind of like do an all-rounder thing where some people are a bit more niche specific.
That's why the people fuck with you.
It's a little like a show.
And I said that. You know what I'm
That's what I was
saying?
about to say though.
People fuck with you.
Like I know you're in a relationship, but I was saying your dating life supposed to be cooked. You guys are this worst person. I'd be so scared to speak to one of you if you're in a relationship, because I know if I mess up, it's gonna be mentioned on the pod.
Saying you who've just dissected your whole relationship on this pod.
But the thing is, if I'm texting a girl and I know she has a podcast and it's big,
yeah.
and I'm moving broke.
You know
But think
what?
about it.
No,
That's the challenge I've had to deal with in the last couple of days. Like, where it's just like, sometimes we're talking. I'm like, oh, will I say that? She might use it against me.
That's what I mean. Because like my worst fear is listening to a podcast of the girl I used to chat to, and she's talking about a dilemma from something that I did to her.
Like, and get cooked.
No, but see,
Days.
sometimes, like I've had it before in the past where they'd be like, oh, if I piss you off, you're going to talk about it on the podcast. And I'm like, well, don't piss me off, then I won't have to talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
If you
Walking
do
on
good
eggshells.
things, I'll talk about good things on a podcast.
Yeah.
But there is this one guy I dated and charge it.
What's his name?
Mr. Munch. That's what we nicknamed.
Keep going.
I don't know why they're laughing.
Just keep going. Keep going.
Because they don't know him, because he's not from this country. So no one knew him anyway.
Keep going. Keep going.
Mr.
Keep going.
This is what I call him.
Yeah, just keep going.
Oh, that's crazy.
Keep
For
going.
the same reason.
I beg, keep going. No. Keep going. What?
Anyways, I didn't even give him that nickname. It was Dej and Jordan from
okay.
Charge It.
Yeah,
Who
shout
gave
out
that
Jordan.
nickname. So I used to like talk about him in like third person and not really like mention his name. But it's like eventually it became just kind of like a thing. But like he kind of loved the nickname. Like he didn't find it. He wasn't.
Do you like the nickname?
No.
Mick the Muncher. That's what we call him. That's what we call him.
Anyway.
Mr. Munch and Mick the Muncher
Hey, yo.
are two very
You know what's
different
wild?
things.
They have the same name.
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness.
Oh my days, man.
Oh, that's so funny. Whew, but Jordan and Dej didn't even know that was his name, but it was just really funny to me how it all just rhymed.
Speaking of by the way, Jordan and Dej, shout out to Jordan, but Jordan set this up.
Oh, gosh.
This. Do you know that? He set this up. Because obviously I did their podcast. And then after the podcast wrapped up, I was like, we're talking about Get the Gist or whatever. And I was like, who's that Ross one? Like, Jonathan,
The fact he's saying this on camera is crazy.
I was like, I'm ready to settle down.
How much Lex
Are you, really, are you really ready to settle down? Like, because you've just said your voice is women. Are you really?
Yeah, let's go.
Are you?
Cooking, man.
Are you really ready to like take that next step of commitment?
Do you know what it
like
is?
marriage, kids, like
See, like this needs to come off this.
Yeah.
I'll
and
move
go
to
on
this.
to this.
Come on. Queen, know your worth.
Yeah.
Come on, pop off.
Thank you.
Come on.
Do you know what it is?
Don't accept nothing less.
Do you know what it is? To answer that
If his
question,
pockets
yeah?
ain't full, you can't fill your heart. Am I right? Come on.
Say it again, Mr. Munch.
If his pockets... You're taking the piss.
Do you know what it is?
yeah.
I'm not ready to settle down with a girl. I'm ready to settle down with a woman.
Oh.
That is it.
We rehearsed that one.
This guy's a rapper and a lyricist. I don't believe nothing that's coming out. You saw the way he
That's a wrap.
Did I say it the way that we practice it, G? No, but the thing is, like, I like a woman who's got their own thing going. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, it's so hard to date people in my age, my thing. So then, obviously, when I DM'd her, because that's what I did. You know what I'm saying? Instagram relationship. You know what I'm saying? I had to let her know that I'm looking for a woman who's got her own thing.
Why are you looking at me? He's like, why are you looking at me?
He's looking at me like,
I am me. He's like, bro, I'm just telling you, I'm looking for
Okay. That is really good to know.
Yeah.
And I hope we'll see. Maybe we'll get you on the couch again, maybe not. We'll just have
I
to
hope
see
so.
how serious you are.
Yeah.
But this has obviously been this is obviously something serious, or this is what you want. But you've also been in the public eye with another female recently.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to bring this up the whole episode, but never can actually talk about it.
Baby girl, bring it up.
So what's been going on
Open
there?
this wine.
I gotta drown my sorrows, girl.
Do you want some wine?
Yeah, I'll
No more Lextas?
no, let's start. I'll be saying too much.
Is
with
anyone
the-
Cognac.
Cognac.
Guys, by the way, Lexitace, thank you so much.
Lextas.
Lextas,
We've got-
I love you.
It's given us a great episode.
I love
So,
this.
So back to this woman.
this relationship. Do you know what it is?
This is where I know you. That's how I could remember your face, because I saw that you went sort of like viral, like
Yeah.
with this girl. And like context
Crazy.
for our listeners and everything.
Yeah.
Like I think you were at a rugby match. Were
Yeah.
you playing rugby with Clongos?
Don't do that.
But you were playing a rugby match, and this
Yeah.
girl posted you being like, "Oh, like take that, like shoot your shot," basically.
Yeah.
And then that was grand. The internet absolutely loved it. And then you were in, I'm pretty sure it was Stephen's Green Shopping
It
Centre.
was, yeah, it was. Oh, you're.
I didn't even know that.
You know Dublin.
I love my baby girl pulling up the receipts. Go on,
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
And you just like went on a date. So like, how did that
Yeah.
go?
Oh, there's a bit of extra to that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Ross coming with the exclusives. Okay, pop off, queen.
Okay, so the rugby Instagram, like TikTok thing, that was like, I've done some crazy things in the past to promote some music, so everyone kind of thought it was promo, but this actually was just a viral moment. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was a case of like, I was just there, goofing around, doing what I do, and she posted it. It goes viral. It does what it does. And I text her, and I'm like, we have to link up now. Do you know what I mean? Because it's, why are you
Like
looking
we
at me?
have to, or you
I'm
want
just
to?
listening.
It looked like you were giving me side eye. Like,
Yeah, Drew, answer that question. Say it again.
Yeah. What did I say?
I love it.
I'm
this
like,
guy.
Did you have to or did you want
Yeah,
to?
did you have to or did you want to?
That's crazy.
I want to hear this answer.
Yeah.
I want to see what Ryan
I have
cooks up.
something to say, but I'm just waiting for you to finish.
No, like we had to because look, I'm a capitalist. I'm trying to build on the
But
moment.
did you want to? Like, okay, you had to, but did you want to? That's the real question.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was like, it, like
Answer the question.
no, but the thing
Stop
was,
stuttering. You haven't stuttered once this
when
whole
we
podcast.
linked up, it really wasn't a date. Like it wasn't actually like a date. We literally actually just linked up.
Did
to
you have a
shoot.
smooch?
Nah. Oh, no, stop it. No, don't put that in the air. Don't put that in the air, bro. Exactly. I was with someone at the time. I was actually with somebody at the time.
In a relationship?
Not in a relationship, just
I
like
am going to include the video right now. I think there's a lot of space here. This video would be right here.
Everybody,
right
let's
now.
look up. Let's watch the video. Let's watch the video. Look up. Let's look up and watch
It'd
it.
be somewhere on the screen right now.
Wait, sorry, exclusive. You were with someone, right?
I was with someone
This
at the
girl
time.
posted you.
Yeah.
And you turned around to this girl saying, we have to meet up.
So I took okay when it was happening, when it was going viral, I was actually with the girl in my like in my room.
In your bed.
Yeah.
What were you doing?
Just oh my goodness, Lord have mercy. We were just chilling, like you know what I mean. I'm a virgin for the internet, and I was just chilling on some stuff, and it was just going viral. It was going crazy, and I didn't know how to react, things like that. She was like, oh, do a stitch, whatever the case may be. So then I told her like, oh, I'm gonna go link her tomorrow for this TikTok thing.
Did she come?
Who?
The girl.
Your babe.
Well,
was in your
surely you
bed.
invited her. Like, sure, that's the logical thing to do, right?
Logical.
You would
It's very
invite the girl you're
logical.
with
100%.
to come to the
So
shoot.
she's called
Surely
a
you did that, bro.
chaperone to make sure. She really trusted you.
Come on, girls. We all have the same mindset. Lee, right? Did you have the same mindset?
No, she didn't come, but like,
Oh, man, it's trash. Man, it's trash.
Then
no, she didn't come. But like, you know,
So then, sorry, side note.
yeah.
What happened with this babe? Like, why is she not on the scene anymore?
Oh, this girl. What happened?
what had happened was
Do you know what it is, yeah?
See what had happened?
What had happened
I'll be
was-
so honest. I'm an honest guy. I'm not toxic. I'm transparent. That's how I like to say it.
That's a new one. That's a new one. I'm adding that to the notes.
That is an A1.
I'm using that one.
when the whole thing went viral, like my phone was blowing up. Like it was blowing up.
Oh.
Babes from all over texting me.
And then,
you
so
know
this is...
he had never
Like-
seen babes in his life.
Wow.
No, but
Never.
not this
So you got
not this
gas.
caliber of babes.
So you got gas.
Wow.
I got gas. Do you know what it is like? But like, I'm glad it happened because at least like when the fame comes, I would have dealt with this feeling already.
But then you also are saying that you want to settle down with a woman. What about
get
if
me.
this caliber of women start coming in again?
My mom is telling
Caliber
him so
woman right
many
here.
parents.
You see my wife right here. You know. But anyways, no, like so, my phone was blowing up. All sorts of girls, like Tala, the UK.
Sorry,
Calvin.
why do you
That's
start
it.
off with
If you,
That's how you know he's up from Dublin. Tyler's one tropical destination.
I have never.
Growing up, the one place I was told to stay away from was Tala.
And you're bigging it up like it's literally Hollywood or something.
I've got babes all over the globe.
Black babes are fine no matter where the location is.
Our babes are fine, but anyways.
but yeah, so
like,
and it's
subscribe,
blowing up.
peace.
So and they're all texting me, and I'm with this girl. I'm a loyal type nigga, so I wasn't like responding or nothing like that.
Did she know
You're just
that you
gas.
kissed the babe in the video?
I didn't kiss her. All my life I didn't kiss her. I didn't kiss her. It was just a little linko. It was actually I had to go get my cornrows done, to be honest. Like it wasn't even like
I wasn't doing anything, I swear. I didn't
like it was.
What's that Stormzy thing?
I didn't even go anywhere. I just
These past few months, yeah.
Like we were only together for like an hour or something like that. Like literally just trying to get like clips and things like that. It was so funny because even when we were together, like people were coming up to us on the street. But I felt famous. Like people were coming to us on the street, like, "Oh my God, I'm so glad this happened." Like people really cared about it. Like I was surprised.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, anyways, back to the babes in Tala.
Yeah. So yeah, they're all texting on my phone, whatever the case may be.
What was the craziest thing one of them said? Did they say anything crazy?
It's not what they're saying, it's what they're sending to me.
Okay. We're going to close our eyes and try and visually imagine what they were sending. What were they sending?
I'm not gonna, but you know,
If it's too crazy, we can bleep.
they were just, you know, they were expressing themselves and showing that they're a fan of me.
Expressing with clothes on or clothes off?
Expressing.
I see what you did there. No,
Let's just go with expressing. I like that.
That one is like a rap. That's like
So
a
clothes off,
rap.
expressing.
Something of that ilk, you know.
Wow.
Wow.
And my phone, it was just going crazy. And then, you know, I was with the girl, and I was looking for a reason to end it at that point.
Oh, like Mick. You said like
Yeah, like
Just we're friends, but don't include me with his.
should stick together. Sorry.
you know.
Don't include me with his business. We're friends, but
That
we're
song should
separate
have
people.
won a Grammy. What?
Like we were out together the next night.
You and the babe.
No, me
Your
and
actual babe.
No, me and Mick.
Stop including me in your stories,
Me
bro.
and Big
I
Bro.
beg.
you're Mr. Munch.
This can't stand.
We were out together the next night, and that girl was like, she was texting me like, cause she was out as well. But like, I don't know, something about like my aura that week, like I just needed to be alone that day. You know what I'm saying? Like people were like,
But you know, this is not the first time this boy's been gassed. So,
Yeah.
you know, there was
That's a
another
gas.
another time where he got scouted for Love Island. So he has a personal agenda with Demi Hope.
yeah.
So he
You got
he
Love
just,
Island.
Yeah.
Pulling for a chat. Getting ready.
Pulling for a chat.
Can you imagine the damage he would have done on TV?
No,
Oh my
I'm
days.
actually a shy type guy. Like I wouldn't really have.
Really?
Yeah.
You think you're shy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We had the whole-
sorry, no, he's not shy. He's just transparent.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
These
saying?
guys remember things, bro. They were remembering things.
This was proper pudding today.
That Love Island stage was crazy, though.
Yeah,
I was already preparing. I was going to take over his social media.
Oh yeah.
This is my guy. Like, yeah.
And it was the season of Demi Hope.
The season where everyone banged 1 million followers. The season where everyone got 1 million followers.
And they were the last season to do it.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? I was also interviewed that same season.
Wow.
And do you know what it was, yeah? If we were on together, can you imagine the sparks?
Shut up. Anyway. Please, I beg. Allow it for once.
Basically, you gotta create Love Island.
He
between
got
the two of
further
yous.
than me, but I was also flown out for like interviews. I did the blood test and all that
Serious?
kind of stuff. Yeah.
Blood test.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They make you do a proper
like
STD screening.
STD.
Oh, that's-
Yours was clean?
100%, baby.
Was yours clean?
Of course. Of course. What the fuck? Yeah.
I had to do a couple, because I had a couple of different TV shows, so I had to do a couple of those tests.
Did you apply or did they text you or head out?
No, they sent me a message, but
My
I
baby was scary.
was
That's better
a-
than
I had to apply like
I'm screaming. I think I was like in a group of like, once you're dealing with all these kind of like, what they call them, those aides,
The
not the
producers.
producers,
Like
but
the
like
Georgias of the world.
scouts. Yeah.
You said Georgia was your one as well, no?
Yeah. Yeah.
We got the same girl.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like once you deal with those kind of like scouts online, I feel like they pull you into a pool, because I was put for a couple of different shows. So I got casted for 2 separate different shows and I turned them down and I went to the American one
Yeah.
instead. Yeah.
I can see you in the American one though.
The American one.
She was
bro.
on it.
I was on
MTV,
it.
like.
No, American Love Island.
American
No, but
Love
she was on
Island.
a show.
Do you know what? I probably
Are you the
eat
one?
American Love Island up because I think they actually like black girls on those shows, like in America. In the UK, not so much.
Don't worry,
But
we like them over here.
the Irish,
Nick?
the Irish like them.
No,
'Cause when they
I
you,
love them.
Dammy Hope, they like them. But
Yeah.
in my show, no, like no one had actually dated a black girl apart. Like
On the MTV
none of the
show?
guys, none of the guys had dated a black girl,
That's
but all the
crazy.
black girls had dated white at some point.
Yeah.
Have you ever dated white?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
How did that end?
You gotta watch the episodes.
Did
I'll
you
be
date
watching.
white on the show?
No.
Dated black.
Eh.
She showed me clips of it.
So
Kinda
when
gay.
did your
I was
Love
jealous.
Island?
Sorry, go on.
When did your like? If Love Island came reach out to you again, would you go on?
My mom asked me this yesterday, actually.
Why are you getting scared?
Ask
No, because
If you-
we were
if you
watching
went or if
we were
he
watching
went.
the celebrity one. What's it called?
All Stars.
Yeah,
We were watching the
all
All Stars. My mom was like, "Isn't Andrew supposed to be on this show?"
That was 3 years ago. Like, nah. I'm really determined to be the story myself.
There's growth, and you want to settle down with a
I
woman.
want to be the one that they're like, we fucked up. You know what I'm saying? On some
Yeah.
like, yo, that's B. We could have
Yeah.
had him on Love Island. We fucked up. Like that's so. I don't think I would do it now. And it's not really like too popping right now. But and I'm actually really glad I did. Like it didn't happen. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't have been ready for that. And I think I'd probably still be living with like I wasn't me today. Me today. Oh my God. Don't get me to it. Like
Yeah, we can see. We've been seeing.
not too much on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just a light one. But like, I don't think I would have really even, I didn't even think I had the confidence and stuff like that to do it back then. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because one thing I will say, reality TV is not what you
Yeah.
think it
Really?
is.
Do you notice the cameras?
Yeah. Do you know it's a camera? So you don't just have cameras on the wall. You have people with massive cameras in your faces.
What?
So there'll be times like we could be having a conversation like this, and then let's say it's hot because we're mic'd 24/7. So like someone in producing would have obviously told a camera person like they're talking about some good shit right now. Run to them, and you just see someone and they're dressing back. They will sprint across the
Yeah.
room with these massive cameras, and all of a sudden. It'd go from us having a conversation like this to somebody bang in the middle
No way.
with massive cameras in your faces.
So how'd you keep it cool then?
Like, I think in the very beginning, we all used to be like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is going on? But then eventually, like, because you're
Just
there
get
for,
over
like,
it.
I was there for 6 weeks. Like, Love Island is 12 weeks. It just becomes natural because it becomes your everyday thing. I always tell people reality TV is like Sims. They
Sims.
tell you when to eat. They tell you when to sleep. We're puppets. They control us.
yeah.
It's
So-
literally like a social experiment.
Has there ever been a stage where you're talking and you see producers run over, you're like, oh shit, I literally just must have said something that.
Where
I gotta
it
keep this
was that
conversation
hit
going.
me that I was like, I'm TV gold, was like, I think they put all, because I'm very AF. Like, as much as I'm like very
This girl's
Irish.
speaking Yoruba on the phone 2
No,
minutes
I
before the
wish
camera
if
started.
people could understand Yoruba, I would. Like, eventually I started doing codes with all the black girls and be like, when I say Oyinbo, you know what it means. Right? You know what it means. But like, it reached a point where like, it was after some, like, my show is Love Island on steroids because it wasn't PG-18. They were feeding us alcohol, like tequila,
real?
wine. We had a beer tap that you could go to whenever you wanted.
24/7?
24. Eventually, they switched it off because people were taking too many liberties and people were just drunk all the time. But
that'd
like
be so
in the
live,
beginning, we had a
man.
beer tap. Like it was insane. But then it became a thing where it was like, so I think we went to this like party and like even the outfits they gave us were so skimpy. Like they were see-through, like tiny
You have any
shorts.
clips from that episode or anything?
What's the show called?
Are you the one?
Are you the one?
Are you the
Oh my
one?
God,
And
what's
like they set up like this Alice in Wonderland screaming. They set up this Alice in Wonderland theme thing, right? And I even remember like things got so sexual. There was like a 3-way kiss happening. We had
I
a specific room on set called the Boom Boom Room that was strictly for knacking.
What
Is
series
that-
is this?
Is the
People
application Applications open for this one.
They haven't made a season since us. I think after our season, we're the last
course they don't
ones.
make a
But
season.
it was specifically for knacking. So it became a thing where
You didn't go in there.
No, I didn't go in there. I'm a Nigerian, not on TV.
How did it feel?
What?
Did you ever watch it back with your family or close people?
Yeah, I didn't do anything that.
Yeah.
But
No,
even
Ross
still,
was-
just even the
Ross was
conversations
legit.
you were having.
No,
with
me
people.
and my mom are like tight like this. Like,
Yeah,
no,
Ross
it
was
was fun.
Fun.
Yeah,
it was
I
fun.
was PG-10,
Yeah.
not even 13 or 18, 10, bro. But it became a thing where like I started predicting shit, and they knew like my sound bites were insane. So I remember there's one night after it, we had me and Jordan, and we sat there in our bonnets, and we called it the Bonnet Chronicles, and we were ripping people for filth. Yeah. Then the night that we even won, I was so tired. I was in Gran Canaria, so it was hot.
Sweat.
We were in the mountains. It was 50 degrees. We couldn't walk on the floor without shoes. They even reached a point where they stopped us from drinking water. We had to drink isotonic because that's how dehydrated people were getting. It was so hot. I was so tired. Back then, I had natural hair. Guys, I off my wig. I off my cornrows. I was losing cornrows. And see, my show is a little bit different from Love Island because the concept of our show was 11 guys, 11 girls play in a house. And we've spoken to like a matchmaker. So they've put us in pairs. But we have to figure out every week who's a pair. And then we do like a matchup ceremony. There's 11 beams. The 11 beams represent how many perfect matches are sat beside each other, but they don't tell you who. We have to figure that out ourselves. So this is where maths and probability comes in, and the scientists of the group. So these people were dumb as fuck and not listening to me majority of the time. You know, I was getting vexed. And we had to win the money together. If it was 1 by 1, you know I would have won that game. I would be a milli rich because nobody was playing to win this money.
Instead,
and I'm
you had to deal with
Nigerian.
one lads.
I kept on saying to them, I'm not leaving without this money. We're going to win. So it became a thing where I think I hit a point where I cracked the code. Guys, I didn't sleep that night. I off my cornrows. The following morning, I had half the cornrows on, half an afro. I was like, you there, you there, you there. You are noticed. Get it in your mind. And we won. And we won a week early.
Serious?
Yeah, we won 750,000 together. Yeah.
What?
That was split by 22, so it was about like a couple thousand.
Yeah.
Come on, queen.
You know what I'm
Suck
saying?
my shit.
Come on, get that back.
Back my
round of
shit.
applause.
That's my wife right there.
But like, no, like reality TV is just something that I feel like you have to be mentally. Guys, there was points where I was crying for no reason. Like,
Did it affect your mental health afterwards?
Not
Seeing
afterwards,
tweets
no.
Or stuff that
But
people are saying about
I had a bit of a racist incident
That's
on it.
what I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and someone was racist to me, but I had a lot of American girls backing me. Like, guys, I still get comments.
they were
till
racist
today.
to you
on the
Yeah,
show?
on the
Or
show,
like
on
online?
the show. And then the producer specifically made an example of it. Because I got a message beforehand warning me that it was coming out, but it was like, they were on my side. And they were just saying that how he never looked at white girls like that. So the story was that I basically was telling them that, okay, this matchup ceremony, we need to switch it because we only had 1 out of 11 light beams. Please tell me why 9 out of 11 people were sat the exact same and we have 1 beam. Like, I was like, guys, you don't understand maths, probability. And guys, I spent the week being like, if you're a match, nobody's a match, switch. If you're the match, we cannot be a match, nobody. So when they got up on stage and they sat in the exact same space, I was like, guys, like, what are we doing? Like, this is 1 million, like, that's on the line. Like, what? So at this point, the producers had also told us backstage, you need to confront people. You need to talk. You need to speak up. Because all of us are like, we're adults. We're not 18, 19. Nobody has like anger issues. But they specifically told us, express yourselves. So I literally said to them, I was like, guys, the tunnel vision is real. Like, you can't be sticking to one person because you like them. They're not your match. Move. And that's when the guy was like, nobody likes talking to you because you're so terrifying. You're aggressive.
So you went into this show with a business mindset rather than trying to make friends.
1 million. Are you not going in with a business mindset? And what is it? How many zeros? 6 zeros.
How many zeros?
6 zeros. And you're not going with a business.
Six zeros.
6 zeros.
Yeah, 6.
That's gold. I heard it from here.
Scientist. But I was like, are you not going in with a business mindset to be like, look, the chances of me finding love with these people are rare because number one, we're from all over the world. There was people from America, Iraq, Australia, New Zealand. What are the chances I'm finding love with these people? And
People,
plus,
from Are You the One though, people have found love. Like who's it? Clinton and
Uche are actually
Uche,
married.
yeah.
There's been a couple of people who have
people
actually
Oh yeah, there's
married.
obviously going to be like a few odd ones.
Yeah,
like,
even
Love Island.
on my season, there's actually someone that's still together. Moody and Mindchat are still together.
Oh, wow.
How long are they
Everyone
together
else, the show was probably about 3 years ago, so about 3 years now.
3 years together.
Yeah,
Really?
they're still together, and I'm not gonna lie, Moody is my G, and same as Mindchat. And oh my god, like all the characters were completely different, but
They'll be so happy for you.
be happy for me.
But like,
Oh,
yeah,
Oh
they
my God,
will. Yeah, they will. Yeah, they will. Yeah, they will.
so no, like reality TV definitely messes with like your mental health, 100%. Like those Love Island guys, because you don't get away. Like if someone pisses you off, you can't walk off.
Yeah.
And even if like you're in a separate room, best believe the producers are like, somebody go check in on Roz and go see if like she's okay, so they can create conversation.
yeah.
There was one time like I was the first person to pop off, but this didn't make it up to TV. This guy was I figured out he hates women, but he was screaming at somebody, and I was like, who the fuck do you think you are? I was like, don't talk to me that way. I was like, you can talk to them bitches that way, don't talk to me that way. And like I remember screaming, and it was like, you know when you watch like Jeremy Kyle and they bring out the security guards, and like I turned around and there's this massive bodyguard. I was like, what did they think I'm going to
That's
do?
bad.
Fuck shit
But
up.
me and him had a conversation later on in the night, and it wasn't on the big cameras. It was on the nighttime cameras. They weren't happy with it, so the next day I had to reshoot the whole scene.
Yeah, stuff like that I hear about.
Yeah,
And it's
because
like,
I know a lot of Love Islanders just from being at like events and stuff.
Oh, big flag.
No.
Oh.
But like I'm friends with a few, and they've told me it's stuff like that where it's like I've had a conversation with this girl, or we've argued, and then producers come into me the next day, but like we didn't really get good angles of that. Can you redo it
Do that
again?
again.
And then him and the girl have had to redo the argument.
Could you
and then,
imagine?
You get me? And
Yeah.
and bear in mind, he was like, they've been telling me like, oh, they don't know what it looks like on air. They don't know if they've been shown in a good light or
We
in a
see
bad
it
light.
on TV when everyone sees it on TV.
Yeah.
Oh,
See the final- yeah.
serious?
Yeah, we don't
The final
see
edit.
any cuts or edits. So
Was yours live?
It wasn't live, so no. I
So you
shot.
got to watch it when you got home?
No,
Okay.
I got to watch it when everyone else was watching it. So
When is
so
that?
like when people are live tweeting, and part of the
2-3 years
reason
ago.
why I think they do that is so that we can keep up with the people who are like in the tweets and be like
Yeah.
talking and be like, yeah,
Okay.
man, I can't
Yeah.
believe this. Some shit you even
make it feel
forget.
real.
And then you're like, holy shit, I really went through that. Like I remember there was one episode people were fighting and I literally started crying. Like I cried.
And you weren't involved in the fight. Why are you crying?
I think it was just the emotional pressure because I tried to be the peace in that villa and be like, guys, let's talk to each other with respect. We're not children. Let's not do this. And some people just didn't give a heck.
It just gets
And
overwhelming.
then you get so overwhelmed. And then the minute that we were done shooting, we got put into like a hotel for a couple of days after, and that's where you kind of like shoot all the promo, last bits of like confessionals and stuff. Hey guys, so this is not the normal ending for our podcast video, but unfortunately we had some technical difficulties. There was a blackout, so there was no electricity. So guys, make sure to tune in next week to your weekly subscription to The Gist. But before we round up, here's a 20-second clip of Yxng Bless's music video for his single, Love It. Make sure to pre-order his album, Vice City. Bye. Catch you next week.
Look, tell me you love it. Know the lifestyle's dangerous. Fly downtown on the side, now I wanna fly uptown in a spaceship. Long as I got me a couple of M's, I don't care about being too famous. Care about being too basic. Tell my mama I made it. Yeah, tell me you love it. Know the lifestyle dangerous.
I got me for your meat, like, yeah, man. Shut it from that man when it